That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code SIZZLE at checkout.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool has been put away. Now is the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Boston Celtics are your NBA champions. Now we turn our focus to the NBA draft, which starts a week from tomorrow, which you can catch here on San Antonio Sports Star. What will the Spurs do with the 4th and 8th picks? Texas A&M Aggies are into the College World Series semifinals after being Kentucky 5-1. They'll play again when they face the winner of Kentucky and Florida tomorrow night at 6.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge. What's up, gang? Can't stop me now.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Thanks for joining me, however you may be doing that, whether that's at 94.1 FM. If you're listening via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player on sasportstar.com or via our YouTube channel. That's right. We stream everything live on YouTube, all 3 shows, The Morning Huddle, The Blitz, and Extra Innings with Pleasure. Just go to SA Sports Star, like, subscribe. You can follow along with the show. Fred Villarreal, comment along. 210-656-3776 if you want to be a part of the show. 656 ESPN. Fred Villarreal says, congrats on the Celtics for winning the championship. Yeah. They were the best team in the NBA this year. It's hard to deny that. They had the best record in the NBA. They were a complete team. And the acquisition of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis really helped to put them over the top because of their depth and ability to overcome that Porzingis injury. You want to have a team that is as deep as the Boston Celtics are. If you're building out, depth will win. You saw how much depth or lack thereof hurt a team like the Phoenix Suns, but that's always going to be the case when you're paying 3 max guys and trading those 3 max guys like a Kevin Durant, like a Devin Booker, like a Bradley Beal. And then you are trying to supplement around it with minimum player salaries. The great thing about the Celtics is a great mix of both. I mean, they traded away players. They managed to find guys that fit what they wanted, where it looks like the Suns were enthralled with names. The Celtics were enthralled with guys that fit the system, that fit the culture, that fit what they wanted to do. Drew Holiday was the perfect acquisition for the Boston Celtics. He brought a championship mindset and mentality, a bulldog attitude, and really kind of completed that starting lineup. And it's very similar to the mentality that Marcus Smart had. But he provided more. He provided more offensively. He just provided a greater value to the Celtics than did Marcus Smart. And that was probably hard to move on from Marcus Smart because he was every bit a Celtic. The fans loved him. It was I'm sure a difficult decision that they had to make. But that happens when you're trying to construct rosters, especially in a salary cap world, luxury tax world. It's an incredible feat what they did. Did they have help along the way? Did they face an easier road than some? Absolutely. But give it to the flowers where they are. You can beat the teams in front of you. And every championship story is littered with that. And 10 years from now, we won't even think about the road that they traveled. We'll just remember that they were champions. But it goes into a greater question of how do you build a roster? Because everybody every year likes to go, is this the blueprint? Is that the blueprint? The Nuggets were the blueprint last year. The Bucks were the blueprint the year before that. To be fair, no team should have a linear blueprint because every team's different, every player's different, and roster construction cannot be linear like that. It's like saying, how do I, build the Chiefs? Well, you can't find a Patrick Mahomes. There's only one of those. So you have to find a different way to do it. Same goes in the NBA. Every team is constructed differently, and no way of an NBA champion is a wrong way to build it. But you have to have talent. Whether it's youth, whether it's experience, you have to have talent. Talent's going to win out when building a roster. Would having vets help? Absolutely. I think we all think bringing some veteran leadership onto this team would help. But that's not always easy to come by in terms of championship experience. Only so many people have been through championships. And not every team wants to get rid of the players they have that have helped to get them to championships. So Jeff McClanahan says if the Spurs acquire vets, they need Holiday-type players, D. White types. You're absolutely right. The unfortunate thing is Drew Holiday just signs an extension with the Celtics, and Derek White has a year left on his deal. The good news is that that Drew Holiday signed that extension. They're paying a Kristaps Porzingis. They're going to have to pay Tatum again. They're paying Jaylen Brown the max. Does that make a Derek White expendable for them in order to try and keep the rest of that core together? Maybe to go bring an Al Horford back or something like that. Those are going to be the questions that the Celtics have to ask themselves when constructing this team for the future, and maybe going younger on that side of the ball with a draft pick for Derek White. He becomes expendable or a piece that they will be willing to part with in order to keep the rest. Concern is how much they're going to have to pay in the luxury tax because Derek White is making about $18 million. So in the final year of his deal, maybe that deal's more movable. Maybe it becomes more movable at the trade deadline. Or maybe they don't want to move him at all and run it back as they have. But finding players like that, yes, it's important to a championship team to have those kind of glue guys, but they don't grow on trees. I would like to think that they're easy to find and unearth, but it's a mentality, and it's a mentality that Derek White had here in San Antonio through his trials and tribulations and learned on the fly with the Boston Celtics. And now he can add championship experience to that list. He didn't have it before last night. Now he does. Drew Holiday had the championship experience for that team. Al Horford now has championship experience. But I think the Spurs are looking for players that have just been through battles in the postseason. I think that's going to be very, very important to the construction. And whether that's this year or next year, I'm not trying to rush it. Man, am asking how we feel if the Spurs take Topic and say he's a steal at 8, even if he needs to sit out a year. I actually had that conversation as Joe Reinagel was walking out the door, because I talked about, how much I love Stephon Castle out of UConn and think he would probably be a great addition. But I thought the Spurs loved a Nikola Topic. And now maybe him falling to 8 and them taking him there can justify that thought process to where they have a couple of guards all of a sudden. And to be fair, that's not wrong. If they want to take Castle and Topic, 2 swings at the tree is not a bad thing in terms of trying to find a hit. Would you rather take 1 swing, and if that swing's wrong, or 2 swings and one of them is right? Miggy V says Holiday was the non-knucklehead Smart. Yeah, I can agree with that. Smart is extremely hot-headed in a sense, but he also brings a toughness to a team, and I think we'll probably see that pay off next year when Ja Morant's actually healthy in Memphis. Let's not forget, Memphis will be good when Ja Morant returns. That team is not going to be a slouch. The West is deep and going to get deeper when we get to next year. So the path for the Spurs will be as hard as it can be, which is why this offseason, while important, I don't know it is skip 15 steps, try and run up the stairs and get to the top of the hill as fast as possible, just because there is so much in your way that you're going to have to fight through. I think the right moves are for that team, for the team to discern and move forward with. And if they think there's something next year that is more beneficial to them than this year, while making the steps this year in a positive direction, I understand if they've got an eye on the future. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. NBA draft, we're going to have a lot to talk about between now and next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, when the Spurs will pick at 4 and 8. But the Dallas Cowboys out there making some moves, and Jerry Jones out testifying in court. We'll discuss next right here on Extra Innings with Pledger as we get you ready for the Rangers and Mets coming up at 6:30 at the bottom of the hour right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM.
94.1.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textblend.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Replace stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Homeowners, ready to replace your windows or patio doors, but think it's going to be too expensive? Well, think again, because with Renewal by Andersen, you can get top quality, affordable windows and patio doors for no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Just text 300 right now for your free in-home window consultation and free price quote. Upgrade your home with new energy-efficient windows and doors installed by certified master installers from Renewal by Andersen and get their best in the nation 20-year warranty. Renewal by Andersen is the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. Act now and get your windows and patio doors for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text LONG to 200-300. Text the word LONG to 200-300. Don't wait. Text LONG to 200-300.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Cue the fireworks and celebrate Independence Day with the Omaha Steaks 4th of July sale. Save 50% off site-wide and fire up the perfect backyard cookout with tender steaks, juicy burgers, deli-style franks, and more family favorites. Shop today at omahasteaks.com and score an extra $30 off when you use promo code SIZZLE at checkout. Plus, every purchase is backed by their unconditional money-back guarantee. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code SIZZLE at checkout.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-761-0000, 800-761-0000, 800-761-0000.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give MVP's Pro Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score. Shop the day after an assist to earn those extra points. Not an MVP's Pro Rewards member? Join today.
Over the past decade, the RuPub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the RuPub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The RuPub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Ru.
George gets justice. If you've been injured, get George, because George gets justice. With over 100 years of combined experience and a relentless dedication to your case, the attorneys at George Salinas Injury Lawyers will fight for what's right. If you've been injured and it's not your fault, get George and get the compensation you deserve. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Don't let pain keep you from doing the things you love. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. Whether you've been living with chronic and nagging pain for years, or if you've recently experienced an injury, our goal is to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. Arasti is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, Arasti accepts most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRR.com. Pain fast.
This is the home of the Aggies. This is Andrew Monaco. You're locked on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
That is right. The Aggies will take the field tomorrow against the winner of Kentucky or Florida, 2 teams they've already beaten once. They have 2 chances to win one to punch their ticket into the College World Series final against what is looking like it very well could be Tennessee. But still ways to go on that one too. The Dallas Cowboys made some moves today that are under the radar, probably not going to be heralded. They did, in fact, address some needs. They added a couple of guys from the UFL. St. Louis Battlehawks linebacker Willie Harvey Jr., who was an undrafted free agent of the Cleveland Browns in 2019. This past season, led the UFL in not just tackles, but tackles for loss, passes defended, and forced fumbles at the linebacker spot. They also brought in former DC defender, former Houston Texan, former first-round pick of the then Oakland Raiders, Garyon Conley out of Ohio State. And these are great depth pieces. They're great special teams pieces. And I think in terms of especially a Garyon Conley, I think it's competition for Nashawn Wright. I think Nashawn Wright, a former fourth round pick of the Dallas Cowboys, and by the way, also a former Dan Quinn guy in terms of a draft pick, hasn't worked out. You haven't seen him on the field, and when he has, it's been an abject failure. I think someone like Garyon Conley can not only come in and contribute on special teams, but push a Nashawn Wright for a roster spot. And this is where you build the depth of your team. We were talking about depth of the Celtics. The NFL is the same way. You got to have depth to think that you're going to survive an entire season, postseason, without having to deal with injuries of some sort, especially in football, is absurd. So you're going to need those guys that can come in. And the Cowboys, to their credit, have been really good at finding talent out of the UFL, USFL, XFL, and different players that they brought in. Brandon Aubrey and Kavontae Turpin are huge contributors on this team. So they've obviously found something within this spring league that has allowed them to capitalize on things. Goldfinger123 is asking if they signed DeAndre Banker. To my knowledge, not to this point. But he's another guy that they worked out along with Garyon Conley when they brought all those guys in. And they've had open roster spots. So being able to fill these is also a big thing just in heading to training camp with a full squad. And the training camp dates have been set. The Houston Texans will get things started July the 17th in Houston. They open up, both veterans and rookies alike report. For the Dallas Cowboys, they'll start things off in Oxnard, California on July 24th. And you know that we're going to be live from Oxnard for both the Morning Huddle and the Blitz. And we'll have some of the best access to players, executives, coaches. We're going to bring you everything we can, including an inside look at just the guys hanging out while in Oxnard and what it's like around the field. No, I'm not getting to go this time. Sorry, Goldfinger. Somebody's got to be able to produce these things from back here. And that person's got to be me. When you're the best at what you do, it's hard to really get let out of the cage. But the Cowboys, they have a lot of questions that they have to answer in this training camp. And I think part of it's going to be what players will they see flashes, whether it's from Tolbert or Brooks or rookie Ryan Florney. Like those are going to be questions that need to be answered. Or will they be looking to add from a team that's about to cut someone loose, or maybe trade or do a late round pick swap to assure that they get them? I think running back's going to be very key in terms of guys on other rosters that can be brought around. But it's going to be very, very interesting. I appreciate everybody for joining me today. Rangers baseball coming up next right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Remember to call your friends, check on your loved ones, shoot them a text that could do more than you know. This has been Extra Innings with Pledge. I'm James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM and SASportsStar.com.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. What are you waiting for? We want to buy your car right now. Find out why thousands of satisfied customers across the United States put more money in their pocket by going to GiveMeTheVin.com. I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Ad paid for by America First Tax Group.